Ever since Blizzard announced that they would be buffing the eye level of gear in Ulduar, we've all been wondering exactly how good all of the new pieces would be. With a buff of 6 eye level for normal loot and 13 eye level for this heroic mode loot, we can finally now, with Ulduar over on the PTR, see exactly how good some of these pieces are gonna be, so that we can go into the sims now and soon be able to tell legitimately from simulations how much our DPSs will increase. And we might see some classes be a lot better than they were expected to be in Ulduar already with these eye level buffs. So the first thing I'm gonna do really fast is show you guys how you can check every single item for yourself if you want to. I would just go into links, click in-game link right here, and then go in and you just type this link out, and then it will, in your actual chat, which I unlocked the window right here, just link the new item. You can see now Flare of the Heavens, the trinket now gives you 135 crit rating and 959 spell damage. Now, of course, huge shout out to our friends over at Wowhead and the entire WoW dev team, which is 2 separate teams, but they've just been putting in a ton of work here. And the dev team has been having real conversations with us. So hopefully we'll have some people on the actual podcast soon, which you guys can check out on Spotify. But I digress. Wowhead has put together a kind of side-by-side image comparison of the items so you can see exactly how good some of the new items are. And they are pretty significant for the big eye level jumps. Things like the Flare of the Heavens trinket I just showed you guys is actually having 109 more spell damage just from the proc alone. 109 spell damage, that is incredibly powerful. Then if we look at things like daggers or melee weapons, they are seeing huge bumps in actual DPS from 188 up to 206. Or if we look at two-handed weapons from 244 to 269. And look at this top end damage. These are huge buffs that we're seeing here. And we're also seeing some big buffs to some spell damage weapons. Now, the one that I think is kind of crazy is that Valinir right now, the legendary, this is one of the biggest ones that people have questions about, is getting updated by 7 eye level right now, which is kind of random. It's a little bit different than anything else, 251 to 258. And this might not be the exact final version. You actually don't currently see a difference in our spell power upgrades and any of the normal stats. But what we do see right now is a huge buff in the actual melee damage of this weapon from 113 to 133, which would mean enhanced shamans are low-key really gonna try to go after Valinir. That's not even a meme anymore. Spellhand shamans are gonna try to get this weapon. So good luck, guys. I think we're gonna see some real buffs to it soon as they're updating the PTR. And there is a couple actual kind of issues right now. We know that Algalon loot is currently only updated by 6 on the PTR, but it will be updated by the 13 we should be expecting it to be updated by. This means we can't see exactly every single item and how much of an upgrade it is, but even things like PvP gear that are getting upgraded by 13 eye level from 239 all the way up to 252 are going to be huge DPS increases. Again, this is giving you 20 stamina. You're still getting the 2 sockets, but every one of your other stats is getting buffed. And this means we're going to see massive jumps in DPS from what we were already expecting in Ulduar into what we're actually going to get. One last thing, this does also mean that 10-man hard mode loot actually gets a huge buff, more than normal 25-man loot, right? So some of the 10-man items from hard modes might end up being now BIS moving forward, especially things like trinkets. So keep an eye out for those. I'll try to update you guys on everything as I look through all of the loot lists. Now, with all this information coming out and Heroic Plus over on the PTR, it probably means we're gonna be able to test Ulduar very soon on the PTR. And if you guys wanna join any of my viewer raids, of course, make sure to hang out with me over on Twitch. Or if you wanna know any information about the Heroic Pluses, I went in and did a ton of them. That's not even their official name, but it's just easier to kind of say it that way. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will give you guys a ton more updates as we get more updates from the WoW team, as well as we get to test more things on the PTR. So make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you all on the next one.